What's up? This is Brandon Donahue, and you're listening to the All Bass No Treble podcast, where we talk all things hip-hop, culture, music, lifestyle, and more. So kick back and join myself and my co-host as we feature our next special guest this week. What's up, everyone? Thank you for tuning into this week's episode of All Bass No Treble. As always, I'm your host, Brandon Donahue. I got my special guest with me, my girl, Ayiia.
Hello.
Last name?
Elizarraras.
Yeah, I was trying to say it before, and I wasn't going to butcher it.
He tried real hard. A lot of people tried. I'm like, Elizarraras. And a lot of people can't roll their R's.
It's so funny, too, because I've known you for so long, and I'm like, I've never said her last name or even, like, tried to pronounce it.
How long have we known each other?
Shit. I mean, when you worked at Mama Shelter, that was when? So it's probably like 6-7 years?
Maybe 5, 6, yeah.
Yeah, 6 probably.
Yeah, then I got booted. Do we even want to mention that place? I'm not even.
Oh, we can. I've mentioned them a bunch actually on here before, like of just because I've met so many people there. Actually, honestly, like a good part of working at that spot and bartending in general is just the networking I get and meeting people.
You know, people are always flirting with us for free drinks.
Yeah. Oh my God, that place is still crazy.
I love it.
That place
I still haven't gone there. I haven't been there in a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
It's the same.
Yeah.
We don't really need to go.
Love it.
But I'm glad you came on. I want the people to, know a little bit about you. So we could start off with, you were on MTV series, quite a few of them. Mm-hmm. So we could start. What was the first one you were on, The Real World or?
Well, I mean, if we go way, way back.
Yeah, let's take it all the way back.
All the way back. I was on Next when I was like 18, I think.
Wow.
Like 18, 19.
How does that even happen, by the way? Like, what's the process?
I feel like I did something online. I did an application and then they called me. And then they bring out a limo to you. I think they actually came to San Diego to pick me up.
Wow.
And the license plate said Diva. I was like, ooh, This is cool. Right? And then they take you to a hotel. So next day they take you on the date.
Okay.
Yeah. And it's all kind of I got really motion sickness in that bus because they block out all the windows.
Yeah.
That sucked.
So Next was the one where you get on the bus and the dude's just going through.
Yeah.
Like girls he's dating, right?
So
to see if you like someone.
Yeah. So the first girl comes out. You don't even know it's a random pick. And you get off the bus and then he chooses whether he wants to pick you or not.
That's such a crazy experience.
Right? I was like, I wish
18.
I was the one picking. That would have been dope.
Yeah. What was that experience like though? Is it cool? Was everyone nice? Was it comfortable or was it kind of weird?
They treat you like a fucking star.
Oh,
so
really?
who doesn't love that, right?
Yeah.
Hotel, they
For
give,
sure.
So I was the second one off the bus. And
Okay.
everyone, the production is really, really nice.
Oh.
We had an orangutan that we were playing with and I broke out in hives.
From the orangutan?
Yes.
Oh my
because
God.
I didn't know that monkeys played with their shit with their feet. And I'm like, dude, gross. So I broke out in hives.
After or
during?
During filming? Mm-hmm. Oh my God.
They literally had
crazy.
to cut and spray me down on whatever disinfectant or whatever that they had. And I was like, dude,
God.
this is weird. I was like, because I've never touched a fucking monkey
You're
before.
18. What an experience.
I'm like, Mom, I'm in the ER now.
Yeah. I went on this MTV show on a bus.
Yeah.
Date a guy and now I'm in hives and the hospital.
So then I was picked. I was the second one off the bus. I was picked. And at the end, they put me in this fucking cheetah bra undies.
Okay.
And they made me throw spears.
Okay.
And then the guy ended up picking me and girl, I took the money. It was $72.
No way. You took the money?
Yeah, I took the money. I was like, I need these $72. Bye.
Oh my God.
I mean, I always knew I was going to take the money, but
Yeah.
I mean, it was nice to be chosen. And the other 3 girls don't even get off the bus.
That's wild.
Yeah.
And that was your first experience ever on television? Mm-hmm. Okay. And you were in San Diego at the time?
San Diego, yeah.
Okay. And that's where you're from,
Trying to get the fuck out of there. I'm from Chula Vista, San Diego.
Okay. Gotcha. So you do Next, right? So what show do you go to next then from there?
From there, I mean, I went back home, tried to go to community college, and then I went on Real World.
Wow.
And then I did, nobody knows that I was actually chosen America's Choice.
Oh, really?
America's Pick. Yeah. They
so
did
is that where everyone kind of votes you on type thing? Wow.
It was a whole competition for I want to say maybe 1 or 2 months.
Okay.
And every week you had to do a blog, you had to do a video and pictures.
Okay.
And then every week, actually it might have been maybe 3 months. But anyway, so then every week they vote off people. And it went from millions to thousands to hundreds. And I'm like, what the hell? I'm in top 10. I'm like, hell
that's
yeah,
crazy.
dude. Yeah, and I got it.
That's wild. And then, so how old are you when you go on Real World?
I was 21.
Okay.
And
so
turned
a few
22
years.
there.
Okay, got you.
Yeah.
So Real World too, that was one of the earlier seasons, right?
Yeah, it was 22. And I think we have maybe 36 seasons.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you were like in the kind of in the halfway point.
In the halfway.
Okay.
We were like
'Cause I remember
separated
when,
one.
yeah. So I remember when Real World first came out, that shit was crazy.
Yeah, it was like the experience is so different now. Like we can't have Real World anymore.
Yeah, no.
They cut it because
Yeah.
everyone is on social media and everyone wants to be famous and everyone
Exactly.
is like fake on camera.
Yeah.
And like the whole point of like the #1 reality TV show to ever hit
Mm-hmm.
TV was for people to be real and themselves. And now that's not possible because of social media.
Yeah, it kind of ruined it, huh?
Yeah.
So when you do go on the show, because like they say like you're all random strangers, you get thrown in a house,
Yep.
you're living together. Walk me through that. What is that like? You got cameras filming.
Dude, they literally just throw you in.
Really?
Yeah, like you're
So
literally.
it is what is portrayed. It's not like scripted or anything like
Absolutely.
that. Wow.
Everyone's like, is it scripted? Is it? And I'm like, no, it's edited. But
Yeah.
a
Yeah.
lot of reality stars literally are like, oh, it's edited. They make me look bad. And I'm like, no, you can't completely blame editing only
Yeah.
because you give them the footage.
Yeah.
Right? They do edit like sound bits, you know, and
where they
like,
cut it to make it look like
yeah.
kind of form something.
And
Yeah.
everything's like out of like, you know, like the timeline is a little off sometimes.
Okay.
But you gave them the footage. No, it's completely real. They're
Right.
not allowed to intervene
Wow.
at all. Yeah.
Okay. And then so you were in the house with how many people?
I was in the house with 7 other people.
And did you stay for the whole season? You were there?
Yes,
Because you can
yes.
like leave, right?
I almost left. Yeah.
You almost left.
I almost left. I like ripped my microphone off and I like threw it and like
What-
ran.
what happened?
Cameras, literally, like these camera people are like so fit.
Yeah.
They're literally running with like, I don't know how many pounds this fucking camera is. And I'm like running through the hallway. So I like the only way I could get away with them at that point, because I was having like a breakdown, was literally running on sand.
Wow.
I was like, you know what? I'm going to go out to the beach and they're not going to be able to run on sand with
Yeah.
this like 80-pound camera on them.
That's crazy. What happened? Did you get into it with someone? Was you about to
yeah,
fuck a bitch up?
yeah,
Was you about
yeah.
to fuck a bitch up?
I got into it a couple of times.
What happened?
I mean, main character, hello.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, I got into it with like most of my roommates at one
Okay.
point. Yeah, it was very. I have a little bit of PTSD trauma from it. It's
Wow, really?
Yeah, I'm like shaking right now even talking about it because I haven't even spoken about it other than like my show.
Okay.
Right. So it's like telling my side. It's like it's uncomfortable. It's triggering. But yeah, it's heavy. It's a lot. You know,
Yeah.
like you deal with a lot on
I
there.
can imagine too, because you're 21, turning 22.
dude,
You're a
they
young kid. Where did they stage you guys?
Cancun.
You were in Cancun.
Fucking
Okay.
Cancun.
So
Are you serious? For like 3 months.
Yeah, like just moving in, kind
Yeah.
of going for it. I can see how that's like. And then like, who knows? Because like you said, you're kind of stuck there. So it's like
Yeah.
scary to think like,
And you don't even know that we have curfew. So we're still living in like LA, like US rules. So
Yeah.
it's like every night that we go out, we have to be home at 2 a.m.
okay.
And like the party and fucking spring break doesn't even start until 2 a.m.
Yeah.
So we're all pissed off, drunk, and we get home.
Yeah.
And that's how the fights happen because we're all aggravated and drunk.
Yeah. And then you're also all strangers. Like
Yeah.
just like 3 months even. That's so like, that's a good amount of time
Mm-hmm.
too, to just be like cut off from your regular like life and friends and family.
Yeah.
And are you able to like contact your family and stuff? when you're
You
on
are
the
allowed
show?
to contact. You have a contact list, and you get to call them, which is recorded, and then you get to email, which is blasted on like a huge television screen in front of the living room.
So they really give you like, they're like, for 3
No
months your
privacy.
whole life is gonna be print. That's crazy. I could see that. That's kind of sketchy.
You're usually supposed to film for 4 months, but by
Yeah.
the 3rd month, I feel like our production was like, we have enough footage for this season.
Yeah.
So I think we can
could
come
cut
home
it.
early.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
So we went home early. It's like we gave him enough footage. But
Oh, okay.
yeah, it's like, you know, it's hard. It's like you have no music, you have no books, you have no movies, no TV.
You just have to like go
Nothing.
with the flow of just like they
Yeah.
kind of force you guys to have interactions.
Yeah,
That's kind.
absolutely.
I
It's
could
like
see that.
they're
So it's
stirring
not
the motherfucking
scripted, but
pot.
it's like yeah, they're stirring up the pot. They're like, all right, guys. Did they ever do thing like on purpose to like get someone to be mad at someone, or that's
No.
all really just like raw, real emotion?
It's all real raw and emotion, but it's like I heard in the first season where the one New York. Do you remember the first season of New York? I don't know if you saw it.
Of Real World.
Mm-hmm.
I was a kid when I watched it, but I remember it. Like I remember it first coming out.
Right. We had one incident where they put a book. I guess he was like a naked nude model, and the production, they didn't have enough drama to go at that time. And they used to film for 6 months back then. They put his book of modeling nude pictures on a like table.
Yeah.
And all the roommates found it. So then all the roommates were like, no, 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 no. Like the first season was the cast was like, no, absolutely not. You're not going to intrude and you're not going to plant things for us to have drama. Like that's not
Got
real.
it.
So the entire cast like went in on production and said, we're not going to, don't quote me on this. They're like, we're not going to do the show if you guys
Yeah.
are actually going to do this to us.
To like plant stuff and make shit like
so
not.
ever since then, they like hands off.
Well,
Yeah.
good for the first season for doing
Right?
that. That's
yeah,
pretty dope.
absolutely. Thank you, season 1.
So you do that. You did the whole 3 months. You get home. Does like life just like, do you just go back to like normal life? Or like, you probably have like a little like left in you, right? Because you're like, that's an experience. Like you said, you have some PTSD from it. So it's like, how do you just like,
snap off?
yeah. Like, did you do it relatively easy? Or was it pretty hard for you to get back to be like, okay.
I feel like it's so easy. I feel
Yeah.
like this the same way that you go into the house is like
same
everyone's like, how like long does it get used to for you to get used to like the cameras being around? And I'm like, dude, you get used to it within like 3 hours.
Wow.
Because you're kind of just like, and then like the camera people and sound people, they're not allowed to talk to you. So like
Okay.
you have no interaction with them.
Yeah.
And it's good because you know that's what keeps the show going.
Yeah.
The only time they talk to you is like battery check. So then that's when everybody needs to shut up, and then they change your battery pack. But other than that, I think that's what's so cool about it is that like they're not allowed to like speak or have interaction with you. But we definitely fucked around with them for sure.
Yeah.
There's one, my favorite, Ninja. Hi, Ninja. He's like
Shout out Ninja.
he's the best like video video guy. And
Yeah.
we used to fuck with him a lot. We used to
Okay.
chase him around when we were drunk, and like
Okay.
he didn't used to interact with us, but we definitely like
Yeah.
had some of our favorites like
Okay.
throughout the show. So it was
Did
good.
you? I haven't watched your season. I just knew you were on the show from you telling me like when we worked together. But did you have any like romance on the show?
Girl, I think I kissed everybody, but I had a threesome on the show, you guys. Had
Really?
a threesome on the show. It was my first girl experience.
Oh, that was your first girl experience.
Yeah, because I
Okay.
used to kiss girls and shit
Yeah.
like that, you know what I mean? But no, this
So
was like
was
my
it-
first like,
So did that show kind of play into you as coming out as being into women more, or
that's interesting. So I think it's like I've always known that I had like a thing for women.
Yeah.
And when I was little, like I didn't even think back at this. Like when I was like maybe 6, my mom would take us to dance recitals, and I used to always fixate on one woman.
Wow,
And I was
okay.
like, oh, she's so pretty, she's so cool. I want
Yeah.
to be like her. I want to dress like her. But I didn't realize until recently that I was like crushing on her.
yeah,
Yeah. So
'Cause
I
you're,
mean,
you're
and
young. You don't know what
little.
you don't know what that
yes.
feeling is.
And
right.
I didn't really like crack that open. I didn't really like know that until like a couple years ago that I was like, wait, I think I was crushing
Wow.
on them rather than me like idolizing them.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think I came out, quote unquote, happy Pride Month, everyone.
Yeah. Shout out Pride. It is Pride Month.
Quote unquote came out kind of on the show, but it was like it
Really?
kind of just gave me the freedom of, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm out of the house. I get
Yeah.
to do whatever the fuck I want. Too bad
Yeah.
there was cameras there.
Yeah. Right.
Fuck it, let's do it, and I did. And ever since then, I've been
Yeah.
doing my thing.
Yeah. So in a way that show kind of helped you find your
Mm-hmm.
footing, at least with your like sexuality choice. Which is
Absolutely.
pretty crazy to think that like you probably didn't go in thinking that like
No, I didn't know my fucking
Yeah.
skeletons were gonna come out all at once. Like,
Yeah.
damn.
that's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Can I vape real quick or no?
Yeah, go for it. You can do it the whole time.
Yeah.
So do you have any relationships with anyone from that show still, like friendships, or talk to any of them? Because like, or is it like kind of bad blood between everybody?
No, actually, everyone, like, we had this group text that I bring up, the tea. We had a group text recently, like maybe a couple, like 3-4 years ago, and everyone's like, let's go back to Cancun, let's have a spring break, let's all have like a
Oh,
reunion.
do like a reunion.
Yeah, and I'm
Okay.
like, so down. Joey, the dude that bullied me very much on the show, which is why I almost ran off the show.
Wow.
He was like, oh yeah, I'm done, blah, blah. And they're like, Ayiia, everyone was like, you kind of owe Ayiia an apology. Like, you're really fucked up to her on the show. So they kind of stood up for me
Yeah.
in that text. And he was like, you guys are still living in the past. Like, fuck off. You guys are so mature. And I'm like, all right, here we go. So I talked to everybody. I talked to maybe 4 of them out of 7.
And pretty
Yeah.
regularly?
I talked to 2 of them pretty regularly.
Wow.
Jasmine and Emily.
Okay.
Emily just texted me and she's like, I want a whole podcast about me for my birthday.
That's
I'm
dope.
like, okay, I got you.
Do any of them live out here, or is everyone kind of everywhere?
I'm the only one that lives in LA. They
Okay.
all live in the fucking East Coast. I'm like,
Really?
oh, why? Like, you're shoveling up snow and stuff.
Yeah.
No, thank you. But no, I'm the only one over here. I think Derek lives in Arizona.
Okay.
But yeah, we're all kind of spread out.
That's cool. It's kind of like you like, because that is like a moment to go through together. So you know,
Yeah.
even if it's like 10 some odd years later, it's cool that you have like that experience with only these select individuals.
Oh, totally.
Like no one else knows that unless like you've been there and done it. You know what I mean?
Oh,
So it's
totally.
like, of course you have that connection where it's like they get it.
Literally, like anyone that was on Real World or Road Rules, whatever, as soon as they're in LA and they're like need a place to stay or whatever, they reach out. They're like, oh, call Ayiia, she lives there. They call me, they need a place to stay. Absolutely, come and stay with me.
Okay.
Even if I've never met them, just because we've literally like done the same thing. Like no one will ever experience what we've been through.
Yeah, no.
Other than these people, and it's like, yeah, it's like we all have some type of like thing or like mental thing, and like we're all there for each other. Like we get it.
That's dope.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So we're all kind of there for each other.
That's
for
dope.
sure.
That
It's
makes
like
sense to me for sure.
Dysfunctional family for sure.
Yeah, right. Dysfunctional reality TV family.
Yeah,
of course.
dude, for sure. Sheesh.
So you do the real world. Actually, I have a question about that. So like, and I mean, I don't. If you can talk about it, you by all means. But if not, I
open
get
book,
it.
transparent
But
book.
is it more like for the exposure and experience, or do you get like paid out pretty well by doing that show?
You get paid out really well for the challenges because like now
Okay.
our challenges are like I don't know why I keep thinking that you're on the Real World. You'd be really great at it. No, a lot for the challenge. Like there's $1 million now. For,
Oh, wow.
Like, the grand prize.
Okay.
Now,
So when you were on the show, what was it like for the?
so for Real World, I feel like you get paid like 2 digits, like below 2 digits, like 10. I feel 10K. So like, I don't know if they've raised it now, but on the challenges, like those get paid way higher.
Got it.
Yeah.
Because they are doing like risky shit.
Right. And
like,
for me, I
dangerous
was like,
stuff.
dude, I want money. I want to move out of like Chula Vista. I don't want to have babies. I don't want a family right now. I'm 21, 22.
Yeah.
I was like, this is a great experience. So I went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now I'm here.
That's wild. So you do that. Then is that right around when you moved to LA, or when did you move to LA?
The challenge I did, I moved to LA, I want to say, I don't even know. I was like maybe 24,
Okay.
23, 24. So like a year
Briefly
after.
after, yeah.
Because you do like club appearances and like, dude, you get paid.
I'm about to say, so like you do get like a little bit after the
Oh,
show, you
absolutely.
kind of come out and people are like, oh,
Absolutely.
you're Ayiia from da-da-da-da-da.
Absolutely. I was literally just at an after hours and they were all my age.
Yeah.
And like they recognized. So yeah, it's weird, but yeah. No, after you get a lot of clout, like you get
Yeah.
a lot of exposure. This was
Especially
the
then,
first
because
year.
that's like TV was like a thing. then. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like you had to watch live TV. You
Uh-huh.
couldn't stream it and rewatch unless you had like recorder. But like this is when TV was like fucking something. You know what I mean?
Especially MTV.
MTV was popping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So with that, it's like I went for a year, like traveling the US, like getting paid to like do club appearances. And I was doing like Latina.com, like Access. Like we were like all over, right?
That's dope.
And so for me, because I went into such like backlash from
Yeah.
my experience and my like exposure on TV, I pulled back.
Okay.
I like pulled back completely.
Okay.
So I got out of the spotlight. I stopped doing everything after that year. After I got my money,
Yeah.
I was like, okay, cool. I have to take care of my mental health. I want
Yeah.
to graduate school.
Wow.
I got called for challenges. I said no. I did not want anything to do with
You were
like,
done.
the
You were over it.
exposure.
Yeah.
because I got pounded into the ground.
Yeah.
So
Also,
So,
it's
yeah,
pretty
ever since
crazy
then, like-
too. Being young, you probably have all these people like, you know, back then, like emailing or calling your
Yes.
phone, and like who knows what people are sending you and
Keyboard
saying to
warriors,
you.
bro.
Yeah, and you're young too, and it's like it can be scary to
Yeah.
think of. Like I can see how that kind of not overnight fame, but like 1 year you're like I'm Ayiia from Chula Vista, just
Yeah.
chilling, and then the next year you're like doing club appearances and people know you and people are like screaming your name and like I could see
Yeah.
how that would like fuck with people.
yeah, they
You
like
know?
they pulled one of my like I think it was Emily. I think they like pulled her hair in Canada. They were
Wow.
walking into the club and people were like reaching out for them and she actually got her hair. And I was like, bro, this is like a lot.
Yeah.
So I like backed away and like I told
Okay.
you, I haven't been on camera for like a minute other
Yeah.
than like maybe 2 other like podcasts. And like I think I'm ready now that I grew a thick ass skin. I learned so much about myself. And like now this year, like into next year, I'm going in hard.
Hell yeah.
Like let's do this. Like I'm ready.
That's
like
awesome.
you know, the name Ayiia, 3 eyes in it. I mean, how narcissistic can you be? So.
That's true.
I'm ready. Like, you know what
Yeah.
like it's like I'm like you don't expect it when you're that young.
Yeah,
it's
no.
hard, dude. Like being like in the spotlight and people are like it's sending you hate mail and like
Yeah.
death wishes and you know
No, I
it's
can
like
see
and
that.
they
Like
get personal.
I give people like the praise that deal with that shit on a daily basis of like fame.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, of course I want to be rich in a sense of like, I don't want to worry about stuff. Like rich to me is like, you can be rich in other ways, but like money wise, like I just want to be, like I just want to be comfortable. Like I don't want to ever stress. Like if I want to go somewhere for a month, I want to do it. Like that's what my happiness is with rich. But like fame, I don't know if I could do fame. Like that's a lot. Your fucking life is on notice, on blast for everyone. It's just not fair.
Especially when you're not playing, but you're yourself.
Yeah.
Like reality people like have no escape. It's you. So when they're judging you,
they're literally judging you. It's not like you're an actor and you played a TV role.
Yes,
like,
it's not like Yolanda and Selena. You know what I mean? The actress.
You're like, no, they literally are coming at you because you were yourself, which is even more attacking because you're like, damn, they're really coming from my life and who I am. That's wild.
Yeah, but like on the show, like a lot of good came from it too. Like I got a lot of like positive emails saying, you know, you taught me so much of coming out and like self-mutilation and like, you know, with bullying and like we might have a reunion like for the season. So when I go in there, it's just like bullying is like a huge thing. That's like I want to like there's a lot of good that I can do and have been doing. Like just with people that know me from the show. So it's like I want to continue that. I don't want to let those people down and simply hide because of the other people.
Because of what you went through,
You know what I mean? Like, fuck the other people.
You, like you said, you've like grown from it and developed a tough skin. And like now you've like had time to like really sit with it.
Absolutely.
And think about how you can deal with it and help others, which is huge. I mean, I even feel that way like when I turned 30, like everyone's like, you know, they always put that like mark on it. But like I felt great. I was like, yo, I know like what the fuck I'm doing, who I am, how to do things now. Like it's such a big clarity moment instead of like this confusion where like in my 20s, I feel like I just didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Absolutely.
Or where I was going. So it's like.
And you know, the advice that I give my friends that like, cause I work in nightlife. So it's like, I work with a lot of young people over 21, you know, some are 22, some are 27.
Yeah.
And I always tell them, I'm like mama bear. And I'm like, in your 20s, if you feel lost and confused and don't know what the fuck you're doing in your life, you're exactly where you're supposed to be.
Exactly, like, in your 20s,
You're not supposed to know what the fuck you're doing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
If you do, like, kudos. Like, great, you are a step ahead. But if you're not, you're right where you need to be, like you said, because that's the time to do it. And shit, in LA, some people are in their 30s still doing that shit. Like, I feel like LA is one of those cities where there isn't this age restriction on what you should have and what you should be doing at a specific age.
Correct.
Where like that small town shit, it's like, oh, you're 30 and you don't own a home or have a family.
Right.
It's like, yeah, and I also don't like see my first grade teacher when I go get a coffee. Like, you know what I mean?
Correct.
Like, it's a very like I feel small town more mentality, like suburban areas where it's like, oh, 30, you need to be like established with a career and this and that. It's like, no. Shit. I bartend with people that are like 40. I'm like, and they're good.
I feel like just like our generation specifically, like maybe like millennial, you know. So for us, it's like we have made our own jobs.
Yeah.
You know, like podcasting, like people on YouTube, like people that were like doing tutorials with makeup. I was like, what the hell are they doing? Girl, now they're like owning 3 houses in LA. Yeah. So I think our generation has really like taken the time to like love themselves and really found themselves rather than baby boomers simply getting pregnant in a family and then getting divorced later.
And doing it by like what the book says to do. Yeah, right? True. Preach.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for real. Yeah. It's like all the same story, literally. If you're a baby boomer, it's they all kind of like follow just like a pattern they were supposed to.
Yeah. And I'm not about that.
Yeah. No.
And they're like, oh yeah, you're on a time limit with like having babies. And I'm like, girl, I can adopt. Like, goodbye. Like,
so many
if
options.
I wanted that. Yeah. So I love that about our generation that I think a lot of older people won't understand. But I think loving ourselves and doing what we want to do is
for sure.
it,
yeah.
You
and
know?
then, like you said, I mean, so you've recently started your own podcast.
Yes.
Talk about that a little bit.
I've literally been wanting to do this for like 5-6 years.
Dope.
I've been writing a memoir for 6 years. I'm like 2 chapters away. I don't know. It's like being an artist is like you feel like it's imposter syndrome, right?
Yeah.
So I finally got off my ass and like finally got something. It's called All Tea, All Thoughts, as in THOTS. Because I am the queen of thoughts in a way, and an MTV dropout. So if you listen to my podcast, it's on Spotify. We're literally on the 5th or 6th episode now. Yeah. And everyone's like, well, what's it about? And I'm like, anything that I want to talk about. Yeah. Because it's my podcast.
Because it's your podcast. Yeah, it's the best. It's so your own thing.
Yeah. So we have an episode with my best friend Carissa that you've met. Yeah. And we had a really funny one about bartender rants. Oh, okay. So like we're talking about what not to do with your bartender. Oh, man. And that one's really fucking funny because we're just roasting all of our customers. Oh, right? God. And then we talk in another introduction about me. I talk about LGBT lesbian women, how they date each other and how I couldn't be in the femme scene because my friends would hit on my ex-girlfriend after I broke up with them. And it was so hurtful. Like, it's such a pool.
Whoa, okay.
You know? And it's so grody. And like, I've gotten like messages from other females and they're like, dude, I thought I was the only one that was like going through this. And I'm like, no, girl. Like, the LGBT community like dates each other. And I'm like, I can't do it. So we have another one about that. We have a few coming up, just about anything like LGBT. I try to stay away a little bit from mental health. But I try to make it fun. I'm usually intoxicated when I'm on it, so that makes it really fun. But you know, it's all practice. You know what I mean? I repeat myself a lot, but we have a lot of fun. I think I'm really funny. So
I mean, that's the whole point.
It's going really well.
It's a podcast shouldn't be like, in general, your own art or whatever, it shouldn't be this like perfect thing because then it feels too fake.
Right.
Like even like with this, like I never come in with like a mission or like a script of what I'm gonna ask.
Right.
I kind of see where the conversation goes because then people are like, oh, they're really just talking.
Right.
And we're getting to know or learn stuff from it. You know what I mean? Because it's like if you have it too perfect and it just feels boring. Yeah. And you're not getting like the people's like real raw emotion and stuff.
I tell people all the time, they're like, oh my God, can I like be a part of your podcast? And I'm like, yeah, sure. But I do a trial run because even with MTV, it's like we go through, media training before we start doing interviews. So they teach us how to interview. But a lot of people don't realize that they're not that interesting. Like on a microphone, right? And so like it's you have to. I'm learning how to like pull back the conversation where it's supposed to be, and you're like how to get like real raw emotion from your guests. You know what I mean?
It's a skill set.
Yeah,
it really
it's not
is.
as easy.
It's not as easy. No. And a lot of people have the idea too. Like you said, like people always told me, they're like, yo, like, because I would like post videos of me talking or whatever, and people be like, yo, I really like your voice, and when you talk, you should do a podcast. And I'm like, a podcast? Cool, I'll be the millionth podcast. Sure, a podcast. And then the COVID happened, and I had all this time, and I was like, going through it. I was like, COVID was like crazy in the sense of just like, you're just sitting there thinking about all this stuff you've wanted to do, and you haven't done it, and you like have a whack ass fucking job that you don't really, you know what I mean? Like,
or even a job.
And it's just like, I'm like, yo, I got to do this. And, and shout out to Ro, because he really like pushed me. He's like, bro, like as my manager, like I want to see, like, I want you to be doing shit because that motivates me. And I'm like, fuck, you're right. And he's like, and I don't got anything to give you right now. Like the world's shut down. Like, bro, do something. Like you're a creative. I know you are. So like when I finally did it and started filming it, you're like, you can just feel yourself almost being like rebirthed in a way.
Right.
At any age too. It's like, and like, I don't even do this shit now. Like I always tell people this, like if this shit were to go like crazy and like I live off of it, it would be amazing. Right. But I really just do this shit as like a passion now. Right. Like it's like a hobby. Like I love it. Like I'm never like, fuck, I got a podcast today. I'm always like, oh, cool. Podcast is coming up. I'm going to talk to so-and-so. I can't wait. And there's been like so many people like you, like I've known these people for years and we've never sat down and like conversed. We just gotten drunk together. Right. You know what I mean? I like don't know anything about them. And then we sit down. I'm like, wow, I knew nothing of that. Right. You know, so it's cool.
I'm all, here's your drink. I'm all, what? So what? Yeah. It's literally like, it's, I knew like, I was waiting for you to do something. Cause I was like, cause I love Ro. Hi, Ro.
Yeah.
Hi.
Shout out, Ro.
I still listen to your shit. When I'm snowboarding, I'm like listening to your shit. So, so yeah, I'm really happy that you're like doing this. But it's like, even in like 2020, it's like, I had a great time in 2020 with those $600 checks. Like I was like, honey, I'm going to Joshua Tree. I'm going to go on Sound Bath. Like everyone's complaining and shit. And I'm like, I get it. You know, some people had a really rough time.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me, like as an artist, it's, you had time to like really collab and like do and think and really put your, like, you know, get your hands dirty.
Life was on pause.
Right?
Like, and I've said that too. Like, of course, this is not taken away from the people we've lost and like the traumatic experiences people have went through. But COVID in a way was a gift. If you were healthy and no one was affected in your family, like you got to do whatever the fuck you wanted to do. If you had something you wanted to do. Like some people don't. I get that and I don't knock them, but some people don't have like passions or want to do anything. They're like fine with the career they have and the life they have, which is great. But for people that like have always had that like, oh, I can't because of work or I don't have time. Like, now you just bullshitting because we had all the time in the world. I tried so much shit when I was in COVID. I was like, try to learn the piano. I was like doing trading. I was like, man, I'm just going to try a bunch of shit.
That's so funny.
You know what I mean? And then it kind of extended even more than what we expected. And that's when I started the podcast, at least like jotting it down and like you start to write it. You're like, oh, okay, I could do this and figuring it out. because I knew right away too it was going to be harder because I wanted the video.
Right.
That was a big thing. I was like, I don't want to just have like just the audio files. Like I want to have it on YouTube and video because I think like presentation people connect a lot more with when you're like watching people's like body language and facial expressions. It's like, I don't know. I'm more in tune when I see a visual than like
absolutely.
listening. Yeah.
You're a visual.
Yeah.
And that's what like, that was like, what was scary about like my podcast is that like, you know, I love the studio, right? That's what I thought about like, podcasting is like, I only want to do video first because you know, it's like with women or like a lot of men as well, you know, like we have like insecurities and it's like, you know, and you want to get yourself back to par only because I've already been through the like torment of people seeing you on video and like this, but like with women especially and like
and you were bullied on live TV.
Yeah,
like,
you know, so it's like when I go on girl, I'm like hair, makeup, get ready, stylist. So it's like I have to do it right, especially when you have such a like reputation that it's like I want everything done like right. Not perfect because you're not going to reach perfect, but you know, I wanted to kind of gain some audience simply just on audio. Yeah. And then for me, it's like I have a lot of friends like in the industry, MTV, that have podcasts and they can shout me out and I can have them as guests.
Yeah, exactly.
But for me, it's like I find it so important for me to be able to start my podcast on my own rather than or like riding someone's coattail. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm trying to do. And it's like barely the beginning and everyone's like, no, it was at the beginning, you know, it's hard. But it's all, you have to keep going. Yeah. That's
the biggest thing about it is consistency too. With whatever you do, if you're going to do something, you have to be consistent with it. Like there was times like if the guys couldn't make it, I would cancel because I did want all three personalities to be here. Right. But now I'm like, you know what? If they can't make it at the end of the day, whatever, I could still talk to you. Exactly. You know what I mean? Right. That just makes me talk to you more. So I'm just like,
I kind of prefer it a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's just like being consistent with it. And then like you said, as you're getting your foot in the door now. So by the time when you do get camera set up or whatever, you're going to have that shit down packed. And that's just going to be a breeze. You're going to know every little in and out of your own show. And it's your own podcast. So who cares? You know what I mean?
Facts. Yeah. Exactly. So, you know, it's just all building from the bottom. Started from the bottom, now we're here. Yeah. You know what I mean? But I'm really fucking proud of you. Yeah. Yes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I love it.
I know everyone that's come on here too, they've been like, yo, they'll hit me up after and like, yo, you did a really great job. Like I had a lot of fun. I'm like, dope. Like that's all I really want.
You have the personality, dude. Yeah. And like this will actually help you like make a reel. Yeah. And I've always like, I think my goal right now, it constantly changes. You would be really good at it, which is why I'm mentioning it, is hosting like a dating show. Oh. Like, you know, like remember Singled Out with Carmen Electra? Yeah. And be like, so who do we have today, Jeff? Like, you know, like super fun and boppy. Like, I think like that would be super, like we have the personalities for that. And like this would absolutely like, it shows your personality. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I don't know what you want to do with it in the end, but
really it's just kind of, like I said, I just enjoy it really. Like I think like that expression, like, you know, you never work a day in your life if you're doing something you love. Like even like with bartending, like I genuinely do enjoy bartending. Like
same.
Like I love making drinks and the atmosphere and, you know, the check is good too. Like, and then I can do, and then I can do stuff like this where it's like, I'm not locked in at like a desk job. Like I have an accounting degree. I will never be an accountant.
Same. I have a fucking graphic web design, a bachelor degree, and I'm like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah, no. I was like, I just went to college for the experience, really. I needed the college experience. Like, I'm from a small ass town. I needed to get out. I needed to go like somewhere and live on a campus and feel like a sense of city life. And my mother's always said that. She's like, I knew you would, like, out of, you know, me and my brother, she's like, I knew you would be the one to move. Like, I always knew it. Because, like, she's like, I just saw it in you that you were not going to stay here and settle down.
We have it in us.
Yeah. And it's like, it's funny that she just recognized that at such a, like, you can recognize that stuff when you're a parent. You know what I mean? Like, oh, yep.
What sign are you?
Gonna be huh?
What sign are you?
What sign?
Sign.
Capricorn.
Capricorn. I don't know anything about caps. All I know is that you cat.
Yeah. Capricorns, let's see. I would say we're just workhorses, really.
Really?
Like, we're not, like, I can be extremely lazy in a sense of doing, like, a simple task. Yeah. But when it comes to, like, work and, like, getting paid, I'm, like, a hustler. Like, straight up. Right. Most Capricorns are.
Yeah, I'm a Pisces.
Yeah, we're just, like, I'm a fucking land sign. Like, I don't, like...
What is that land? No, land. No, it's not the right word. Is it? Is it
land?
Is
it land sign? Yeah.
Is it land?
Earth sign.
Earth.
Earth sign or land sign? Because then there's sea, like fish and stuff.
Water. Fool.
Water. I thought it was land.
I think it's water, air, earth,
Okay, I'm
Is it Earth? I don't know. I'm
I
not.
don't know.
Whatever.
I'm not big into it. I just do it. I just know it from what's that app called? CoStar.
Right.
That's
right.
That's how I found out.
I have
anything.
the pattern as well. I'm a double Pisces, dude. Like,
okay.
girl, double Pisces, Leo moon. So that's where my focus is.
Okay.
My lion, but like, yeah, Pisces is very like artistic. Like,
Got it.
I don't know what I'm gonna get my hands on, but I don't know.
I mean, Rosa Pisces.
I try really. Who? Bro, yes,
Rosa Pisces, yeah.
I did know that.
I have so many Pisces friends. It's crazy.
Yeah.
Like that's the thing too on the chart. Like Capricorns and Pisces are really good friends.
I love it.
Yeah. Like literally, like
that.
when it's fucking that time of there's so many fucking birthdays I have to do and get drunk for.
Oh,
I'm always like weeks. I'm just like going out because it's so and so's birthday and so and so's birthday.
March is a pretty lit. I wonder what 9 months before that was, because everyone was having sex during that time in order for all of us to be Pisces.
Yeah, what was going on in that time? What was going on
that month, you guys?
Yeah, there was something in there. I've really got a lot of Pisces friends. It's crazy.
I love it.
Yeah.
We're the best. Hello.
Yeah. So, okay, so you were on one more show too, right? You said
I was kinda.
What was it? You said
well, my
the L word, or you were gonna be on
the real L word.
The real L word.
That I kind of was just in and out of it, but it was just some really interesting experience because it was all lesbians, and I was like,
whoa,
this is the lesbian scene. So like the girl that I was dating at the time, her best friend was a main character. So of course I was dragged along in the way, like going to Dinah Shore and like having all these parties, and it was like super fun. They weren't concentrated on me, but again, just being in that like production like area, like watching the cameras go around and watching how everyone acts so differently on camera.
Yeah.
And I'm just sitting back like, wow, this is so interesting to finally be able to like sit back and watch someone else be in my shoes.
Yeah.
A couple years after what I did.
Yeah.
That was an interesting like situation for me. That was cool.
I can see that.
Yeah, because I wasn't in it. I was just watching like, damn, you're gonna get fucked up after the show, girl.
Yeah.
And I'm here for you.
Yeah. Because you're like in a sense seeing yourself again, but it's not you.
Yeah.
So you're knowing, like, as you're watching them, you could see the emotions and feelings, and you're like, oh fuck, I know exactly what they're feeling.
Yeah.
That could be like a job, honestly, too, almost like a coach in a sense of like, you know what I mean? Be kind of like emotional support for people. After
I actually
that.
wanted to do a podcast like that.
Okay.
That we'll talk about maybe later.
Yeah. You could do whatever on your podcast because it's your podcast.
I think I'd want to do like a second one though.
Okay,
like do a fun one, all
two
TL
different
thoughts on the
ones?
first one, and then the second one would be like reality thoughts or something like that, and like bring on people that have been on TV and like really speak. You know, I'm gonna do it now that I'm mentioning it. Called it like reality thoughts because I want everything to be thoughts, right?
Yeah.
I have a blog called Life After Thoughts, a book, late night thoughts, podcast.
So keep it in that.
The thought, the
thoughtiness. Keep it in the thoughts.
The thoughtiness.
Yeah.
So like reality thoughts podcast, I think I'm probably just going to create now is bringing in these reality TV stars
because that's such a specific thing.
We don't have an outlet.
Yeah, no.
You know, and it's like we want to talk to people from American Idol, from Top Model. I hear a lot of the women have a lot of like mental health, like issues that they've been going through because they've been on TV, and they're all like most likely willing to come on because they need to speak about, you know, the things that you need to look out for if you're gonna be on TV.
Facts.
You know, and it's like, and honey, production is not. They don't care about you. You're nothing but a paycheck, and you're a show.
Yeah, they want you to break down.
They want you to break
because then they're like, "Woo, good quality. This is great content. Here we go." You know what I mean? Like they don't want you to be happy and perfect. Then they'll be like, "No, we want the mess. Like we need you to be a mess."
So I feel like I would love to be like the outlet and like really kind of expose and like really like give these people like a fucking platform to talk about, like to talk on about like what they went through and going through.
Giving them the platform, a specific platform, to be like, hey, if you come on this show, you can talk about everything you experience. And you don't have to bullshit it.
Like even 10 years later, like do they provide therapy for you? Like have they reached out? Like, dude, you know what I mean? Like I think it's important, and I think I just made the decision right now.
Good. See?
And there's plenty of people. All you have to do is like reach out. Yeah.
Yeah. Especially like you said, because if anyone sees you too, they're like, they relate.
Yeah,
and they
absolutely.
know you've been through it.
Right.
And everyone always feels comfortable with talking to someone when they know that they've experienced the same things they've experienced. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like, if you're just like, even me, if I were to have someone on here and try to give them advice, they'd be like, yeah, but you don't know.
Right.
So it's like, I would never want to cross that line. But when you know, people can be like, I know you know this too and went through this. So it kind of sets like a culture of just being like way more comfortable to talk about it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I think it'd be a really good outlet, and I think it'd make me feel really good because it's like the podcast for me. It's like when I hear those like really good like emails, you know, it's like it makes you feel good. You're just like, dude, like I'm doing I'm doing my job. You know, it's like I want to help people. And it's like, other than that, I was like, backup was going to be 911 operator. You're like, 911, what's your emergency? And I'm like,
that would
tell me all the gossip. Tell me all the gossip. What's going on? I'm like, okay, so yesterday.
Yeah, that would be crazy.
You know, it's like helping people in some sort, and it's so black and white. But you know, it's it makes you feel good, and I feel like I just have, you know, the platform, and I have, you know, the reputation for it. So why not? Let's do it.
That would be dope. I think that's a great idea too. And plus, it's like, I don't really think anyone's doing that specific reality like TV.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Which is why I don't want anyone to take it.
yeah.
Everybody back up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cut,
I called it first.
We're gonna have to cut that out so no one takes your idea. I'm gonna be like, hey, cut it right here.
Yeah.
Just
I'll
mumble
just
our words.
Yeah. I'm like, it's already my idea, guys. I hit it first. Sorry.
Yeah. So other than the podcast you got going on, anything else exciting you're doing recently, or is it just kind of like this is your main focus for now?
No, this is my main focus for now. I think I'm just like making money in LA.
Yeah.
Getting that paycheck, getting to know women.
Yeah.
Having friends. I've been a little bit of a hermit, but it's not a bad thing because I've been creative.
Yeah.
You know, but I think this is my main focus. And like you, I'm hella lazy, dude.
Yeah.
I like laying in bed and watching
Yeah.
TV. Like, don't bother me. Like, you know, like all these like parties and going out. And I'm like, I go out after I bartend.
Yeah.
Like the after parties.
Yeah.
You know, like
because
the underground.
you kind of have it. You're out.
I'm still winding down.
Yeah. You kind of
know?
need it.
Yeah.
That's like the bartending world. Like, it's so hard for me to not grab like a beer after a shift or like a drink to wind down. Cause like, especially when I work all day, it's like, bro, I just worked like 10 hours. I don't want to go home and go to bed. I need something.
I'm like doing math, like talking to people. You know what I mean? Like I'm still up. So for me, it's like, I don't go out. You know what I mean? Other than like me, like if I have like, or if I'm dating, you know, it's like, that's when I go out to like restaurants and stuff. But for me to go to the club scene, girl, I'm sorry. I've turned very bougie after MTV. It's like, I don't have a table. I don't want it. And most likely I'm the one buying it. And I'm like, dude, like, no.
I think it's just with age too. Like standing in lines and that type of bullshit. I'm like, no, I'm good, bro.
Dude,
like,
people like bumping into you. And I'm like, dude, I just want to sit. And if I'm going to text the whole time, leave me alone. I'm going to text the whole time.
Facts. For real. Like, because we know what the fuck we want. We don't care. At least I'm out here. I did this for you.
Yeah. I'm like, you're welcome.
You got
leave
me
me
out
alone.
the house.
Like,
Congrats.
well, why do you go out if you don't want to like talk to anybody? And I'm like, because I can. Goodbye.
For real. So you think, I have a question for you.
What's up?
This will kind of like take this on the outlet too to kind of segue out. But if they ever contacted you again to do a show and say it was like a massive payout, would you do it?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Are you kidding?
You'd be like,
do I not want to be the main character again? Hello? By the way, I have this podcast. I'm like,
You're just on the show the whole time doing the podcast.
Absolutely. I would definitely go on. And, it's like, and they're doing some reunions for some seasons. And I know that ours was top rated. Wow. So I'm hoping that they call us soon. And if they do, even if it's not a huge payout, it's just like, you know, again.
You would just do it.
Yeah.
You would still do it. Okay.
You know, and they know us, you know, like we were chosen before social media even was out. Like Twitter came out in 2009 and that's when my season was on.
Wow.
So like they know that we're going to be real and honest, but I definitely want to go back there and like say a few words.
Yeah,
because
right.
back then I couldn't stand up for myself because I was so like, ugh.
But
now it's like with like thicker skin, it's like, you know, you kind of have to stand up and show these bullies a little something.
Yeah, I think that's huge.
Okay.
People should know that because like you could take it the other route and be like, I never want to do that again. I don't want to go through that experience.
I've been running.
Yeah, but now you're like, no, fuck that. Yeah. I would go on there even they didn't pay me and stand up for my fucking self and show. Yeah, still got to pay her. But at least you're saying you get on there and be like, I have to show and be a role model now because people know about my experience.
Absolutely. I have to pull up. And whether that role model is a good one or like, and you know, the same one, the feisty Latina, that's like, but I have to pull up. You know what I mean? It's like, it's not okay. So yeah, absolutely, I would go on. The challenges, I don't know. I don't know. I'm not going to run 10 miles, you guys. I don't want to. I'll be third.
Yeah, that shit's crazy. I wouldn't either. Only running you did was on that beach trying to get away.
Dude, yeah, I'm like, no, I don't want to. But if they did do like another like season for us, like I would love to see my roommates and like actually have the experience that we were supposed to have.
Yeah. I think it'd be cool, almost like a 10-year difference, you know, see where everyone's at, how they've changed, if they've grown. You know what I mean? I still think it's whack that dude can't like man up and just apologize.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, even if you feel a certain way, like there's no way you can watch that footage and be like, I was in the right.
Right.
Like, bro, you know what you were doing. Everyone saw it. So it's just like, bro, just man up to it and just apologize. Like,
I would really hate to think that someone that would act that way, like wouldn't be like
remorseful.
You know, or
but some people just are like that too. And then you can't let other people and how they are affect you. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, okay, bro, like that's you then. That sucks.
Yeah.
Like that really sucks. You're like that as a human, but you know what? It don't affect me. Now I
Facts.
know. I could
Facts.
bury this hatchet with pleasure. Like,
I
you know
agree.
what I mean?
I agree. And that's like, I think that's why another reason I'd want to go on is just to kind of like show my true self, because you are a little bit of a, if someone's yelling at you on camera,
Yeah.
you're going to have to pull up. But if someone's yelling at me in the street, I'm like, like,
Yeah.
but when you're on
Right.
camera, you kind of feel like you have to buff up a little bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just think that's fucking like, it was almost meant to be for you in a sense. It's like, because how does that just land in your lap like that? You know
Right.
what I mean? And then you go through that experience and then you realize you have these feelings and then you come out. It's like, you can't tell me like life doesn't happen in ways. It like, there's no way. Like, there's no way that just randomly happened to you. You know what I mean?
I agree.
Yeah.
And then it's also like a mirror reflection. I love to like say that it's a mirror reflection, because once you see yourself on TV and you're like, ooh, like, when people are like, yeah, you're a bitch, you this, and I'm like, okay, girl. But then when you watch yourself on TV, I'm like, oh, fuck, like,
Yeah.
maybe I shouldn't react that way. Like, maybe I should pay more attention to my facial expressions.
Yeah. Like
Resting
there's
bitch
certain
faces.
things I can change, but that's part of it. Like own up to it and realize like we all can always grow all the time.
Right.
Like it should always be like a lesson. Like you said, like you should always be learning from it for sure. I don't think anyone should go on TV and come out and be like, wow, I'm still perfect. Like no way. If you were to go on that and feel that way, like you learned nothing from the experience. That's what I would at least think.
I agree. And I really wish people were a little bit less wanting to be like famous and in the spotlight in order for us to continue real world.
Yeah.
But it's impossible.
Yeah.
People say that they're real and they're not. So it's like, that's gone now.
Yeah,
So.
good. That's dope. And I'm excited for your podcast too and what you're going to talk about.
I'm stoked.
And
I'm excited.
when you sent me the episodes, I listened to them too.
Yay.
So I knew you were talking about some stuff. I was like, oh, okay, I'm going to bring some of that up too so I can see what she talks about it. But yeah, I think it's going to be dope. And I love that second idea. I think that would be sick.
Me too.
Yeah.
I think it would be really helpful. I think that would be a little bit more like wholesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, fuck it. We can do whatever the fuck we want. You know what I mean? Like, that's us millennials.
Yeah.
Let's go.
That's millennials, baby. Let's go.
Let's go.
So I do always, it's got a new segment on here because it's kind of like still music based always. Not, I always ask. So like, we just started this. So I'm going to ask what album you've been listening to lately, the song you've had on repeat, and the artist that you've listened to the most recently.
Beyonce.
Okay,
Honestly, like,
everything
yo, like
Beyonce.
I'm telling you, I was not in the Bay Hive. I was not. Like, I like Halo and like, like single women. Like, I get single ladies. Like, I was always like Beyonce, okay, Beyonce's cool.
But you found something
but,
recently.
Girl, Renaissance, her album.
Yeah.
Have you heard that?
I think and I think it's dope when there's people like Beyonce that you like kind of put on the back burner and then you like experience life and then you listen to them and you're like, oh wow, this is like you're going through a whole experience.
Yeah, it's like, but with like Beyonce, it's like it's a little different because Beyonce was always like a slower, like like love songs. But this album, Renaissance, it's her first like dance album. It's like, considered what, like house or EDM? No, it's house album.
Yeah, her and Drake did a house album the same year.
Oh, I need to listen to Drake then.
Yeah,
but I hate to sound so basic, but Renaissance is the album that has been on repeat.
Okay,
I want to say Pure Honey is the one that's been on repeat, as well as Cozy.
Okay.
Cozy made me feel really good about my like self-image. She's like, what are the lyrics? Oh, anyway, so I'm on the spot. So I think Cozy, Pure Honey, and then of course Justin Bieber is my number one. So.
my girlfriend's
basic.
a believer. My girlfriend's a believer. She fucking loves Justin Bieber. Yeah, I know you've always loved Bieber.
And everyone's like, yeah, you're so basic, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't give a. That's pop for a reason,
I'm on the Bieber train too.
Dude,
Bieber's dope. I fuck with Bieber hard.
Also, Rihanna, of course.
Okay.
Like, I'm basic, bro.
That's
I'm not even gonna come with underground shit.
You don't. I think it's perfectly fine to like good music. Like, of course, these people are mega pop stars for a reason. Like, there's no reason why you got to be like, oh, have you heard of this artist? Like, no, absolutely, you can listen to Beyonce, and
I'm
if
like,
that's
okay,
who you're
so
listening
cool.
to
I
right
don't know
now.
them.
It doesn't matter.
But I'm hoping that Rihanna comes out with a new album.
Yeah.
Because babies are expensive, which is why she was on Super Bowl.
I want a fucking Rihanna album. For real. I'm like, God damn, girl, when we going to get another one? Please.
We're just putting it out in the universe. Rihanna album, and hopefully I'll only go to Coachella if she's like on the headlining, because I feel like she's coming out a little bit more.
Yeah.
So I'm just
Yeah,
hoping
after
for
baby number
that.
2, she got to do something.
Right?
Like, okay, we see you in ASAP.
Yeah,
It's cute.
yeah.
It's perfect. But all right, we need some.
I read this meme that said, "Oh my God, babies are so expensive. Rihanna had to go back to work."
Oh my God.
Facts.
That's true. She just.
So we're waiting for an album, Rihanna. Hurry up, pull up.
We need that.
Again, so
We need
yeah,
that.
those are my 3.
Okay. Well, mine are all over the place. I've been listening to a lot of Party Next Door lately.
Mm-hmm.
That's who my artist is for this episode. The album is Kodak's newest album, Kodak Black, Pistols and Pearls. I love Kodak Black for some reason.
I love it. No,
I think he's so funny, but he's also really dope musically. But like, you know, he doesn't do the best stuff image-wise. But I mean, I love his album. I think it's dope. And then
I love his tone of voice.
yeah,
I
he
like
just
his,
sounds
I like his
like
sound.
he sounds like different than anyone.
Right.
And like he'll either be like really rapping or he like gets emotional on songs and kind of singy. So I'll probably say his latest album is what I've been listening to a lot. And then the song I've had on repeat, it just came out too, but Blast did a cover of 21 Questions. I don't know if you know Blast.
No.
He's a West Coast artist, but he did a cover of 21 Questions as part of like this Apple Music thing, and it is so fucking good.
Oh, I have to listen to that.
Yeah,
I definitely have to listen to that.
Those are probably my 3 for this week.
Yes.
For sure. Yeah.
I also just got onto the Megan Stallion like buzz.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like a show. You know when like everyone's watching a show and you're like, cool, I bet you that show's dope, but I'm not gonna watch it right now. And then you wait and then you're watching it just you. It's kind of dope. Like you're like, oh, okay, cool. I'm experiencing this way different from everyone else.
Yes. It's like when they're on the radio or whatever, you know, it's like, okay, cool song. But it's like when you actually find it yourself and you give it time.
Yeah.
I like for like it for it to
fizzle
calm
out,
down,
right? Yeah.
To fizzle.
Yeah.
So then I can actually enjoy the songs that I want to enjoy only because it's not because other people like it. So I actually get like the freedom of listening to it like without any fucking pressure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Because you're not having, like you said, everyone around you listening to the same thing, saying the same stuff. It's
Yeah.
like, let it die out, then you get to hear it how you want.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's the art of it, you guys.
Well, dope. I mean, I think we're good. We're getting close to on time too. Is there anything you want to say before we sign off?
No, I think you covered it all. You're doing an amazing job. I'm so proud of you.
Thank you. I appreciate
I love you so
it.
much. I haven't seen you in like a minute.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's cool.
Thank you for showing me the spot.
Yeah.
Honey.
Yeah. Shout out Dr. Self Taste. You know, we always show him love. We got
Yes.
Joseph in the background.
Joseph.
Yeah.
Loving that hat. Nude color, loving
But
it.
yeah, no, I'm excited for you too. I think it's going to be dope that you can talk about what you want to talk about and your
Yes.
experiences, especially, you know, if it's about being a lesbian or coming out or your experiences on,
Fluid.
yeah, fluid. Or your experiences on reality TV, because like I said, those are such specific niches that people do need an outlet and someone to talk to. So I think that's going to be dope. I think you'll get a lot of success.
I'm here to save the world.
Yeah.
World peace, everybody.
Right? World peace. And shout out Pride. It is Pride Month.
Happy Pride Month, everybody. I think that happened just this last week. Yesterday, right?
Yeah, it was this whole. I think
I'm
the parade
surprised
was
I'm not
yesterday.
hungover because I didn't go. But
Yeah, it was crazy in Hollywood.
Well, thank you so much for having me.
Of course,
It's
thank you. I
dope.
appreciate you coming on. And everyone has to go check out her podcast. Okay,
Yes.
support her. Maybe we'll see her on a new TV show soon. And
Maybe.
the reunion.
Maybe we'll host a show together.
Yeah.
Singled
Let me know
out if you really want to revamp. Hello, you got two people here.
if you need a male co-host, let me know.
There we
I'll be
go.
there.
First
no.
one on my call list.
But no, I appreciate you coming on here. Thank you. And thank you for
you, my
opening
love.
up too. But yeah, that's it, guys. Thank you for tuning in this week's episode. As always, please like, comment, share. Show us the love. We appreciate you. Tune in next week. Peace.
Bye.
Hey guys, thank you so much for checking out this week's episode of All Bass No Treble. If you could please subscribe and like, and also get the notification button smashed for us, that would mean the world to us. If you'd like to keep up with myself, my co-host, or our special guest this week, all of our social medias and info is right below. And if you would like to listen, tune into Apple Podcasts or Spotify, as you can hear us on there as well. Again, thank you so much for tuning in this week, and I will see you on the next episode.